Alright, attempting to repair the pump on this Montgomery Ward Wringer washer. I got it disassembled somewhat. Removed one single bolt on the pivot mechanism there. You got a cable. No, it's hard to see. The cable goes to the pump switch. And all it is a rubber impeller or rubber shaft on here that rides against the motor. I can feel it, and it's seized. So the pump is seized up at the moment, which is why it won't drain. So I'm trying to get this hose off, but you got these weird ass clamps here that I've never seen before. So I got to figure out how those come off. I already got this one loose. Now I'm trying to see if I can get the hose off so I can get this pump out and see if I can forcibly turn it by hand. If not, I gotta see if I can track down a pump. I found the model number. I'll show you to it later. There. It'll drain via gravity feed, but the pump won't engage. All it is it's spring loaded, and the cable will pull this so it rides against the motor. And it engages, but it's not. The pump's not turning, so it's seized up. So you gotta see if what condition it's in. Rubber feels okay. It's not sticky. It's not tarry. It's like on some old 8-track tape. The rubber wasn't fully cured, and the rubber turned to goo. Like old appliances, the belts and stuff, they turn to like a tar. So the dry belt's good. The rubber on the pump is good. The hoses are in good condition. It's in immaculate condition. Just gotta get this damn pump running. So I'm gonna pause it and see if I can continue figuring out how to get this damn thing off. Here's the business end of the pump. This came off. That's held in place by this clamp. So I can just now turn it by hand, but it's really stiff. I don't know if you can make it out in the back if I turn it, if you can see anything. That's the shaft that rides on the motor. It's really, really stiff. I don't know if the motor would be able to turn it or not. So I don't know, maybe see if I can get this thing off the rest of the way. Try soaking in some 3-in-1 oil. See if I can get it to spin more freely. This is just the impeller. Basically a chunk of rubber, it feels like. Yummy, yummy, yummy. So let me finish tinkering with it, see if we can get this assembly out of here. Oh, here's the pump. Here's the shaft with the impeller. Surprisingly, just took a little bit of a screwdriver, pried it, and this slid right off, no problem, after removing the Allen key. And this slid right out. I got some WD-40 on it, but the thing I'll do is I'll put some motor grease inside here and see if maybe that'll free it up a bit. Felt pad. Might act like a seal. The water gets flung around in here, then it goes inside this opening and out this. But the water comes in through here. Gets flung around and then flung out the bottom part here, because that's the drain hose there. So now I got to make it so it's easier enough to turn. I know the drill pumps that you hook up to your drill, you can barely turn those by hand, yet the drill can turn it no problem. So I really don't know how stiff these are supposed to be. At least try and make it a little bit looser, so it doesn't like seize up again if it's not being used for a while. So I'll go ahead and give it some more oil and go from there. Okay, got the pump back on. Fun part was trying to figure out how the cable went. Now this switch is backwards. On is off and off is on. Now it's engaged. The cable is what keeps it off the motor. That's off, that's on. So that's backwards, but now let's see how this comes off to maybe hammer that out or something. A moment of truth. Let's put some water in and see if the pump leaks. Probably leaked through the shaft, so I had to take it apart. Usually pumps don't like being taken apart. Nothing but too much in, because if it leaks, then we're gonna have a problem. It's not plugged in. That's filling to go under here. Any drippy drips. And that pedal's just from the hose. I'm not seeing anything yet. How will it handle pumping, if it will pump? So let's turn the water on more. So we'll come back when it's full. Okay, got a full thing of water. I'm not seeing any leaks. I'll go ahead and plug it in. Then we'll see if it will drain and if there's any leaks that way. So plug it in this. See, nothing right now because it's not engaged. It said on is off and off is on. So if I turn this to off, it should drain now, right? Look at that. Any leaks? You know that it's actually pumping. Not seeing nothing. So it looks like we had a success. Look how it's swirling around there. It's just pumping away, no problem. No leaks either. This was a simple repair, I just had to grease the pump. Already sat so long it dried up. And the fact that the switch is backwards, that would explain the burning rubber smell on this thing. When it was running for a while, it smelled like a burning rubber. Because the pump was, you think the pump was off, it was actually on. And because it wasn't turning, it was heating up the belt. So that solves two problems. Loves the rattle. There you go. See, this is on. It says on, but it's actually that's off. That's on, that's off. So that's backwards. Nothing I can really do about that. But it works. It pumps no problem now. So I no longer need to hook up a transfer pump to it. It now pumps all by itself. Yay!